Blog Talk Radio.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to The Balance. My name is Tom Marcos, El Presidente. You are my minions for the next 2 hours. You will pay homage to me as I will guide you through this crazy world of sports. 917-898-5516 is our digits. We do this thing called The Balance every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I tell you what, it's a typical fall morning here in Indianapolis, high atop the Balance Studios in the west suburbs of Indianapolis, where we flagship all over the nation. So glad that you've joined us. Thank you, our affiliate radio stations, and thank you to Blog Talk Radio for facilitating this as well. We got a great show, and today is the day where we kick off our annual No Shave November campaign. Who's in with me? Join us. We've got a link up on Twitter. We'll be sharing some stuff on Facebook. Really is a good cause, as they say. Everything you grow raises money for the bro. It's a great cause for us men to join together and raise some money for some well-needed cancer in men. A lot of different things that go on that. 917-898-5516 is our digits. So make sure you join our group. The link is up on Twitter for the No Shave November. This is one of the biggest games of the year today. We've got Notre Dame and we've got Michigan. Standing by in the Balance Green Room is Matthew Embury, WSBT up at South Bend's flagship station of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And also our official IndyCar contributor. Got a little bit of funny season to talk about, but mostly we're going to be breaking down this Notre Dame game of college football. And then, of course, we've got the World Series of Nationals lost yesterday, last night, to the Houston Astros. They live to fight another day. We'll be talking with Steve Wilson for Speedway Digest, our official NASCAR contributor, but also lives down in the thick of national land in Virginia. And we'll throw in some national World Series talk there. And then in the second hour, we've got Rick Riggin, our official college football contributor, and Terry Beard, who happens to be a big Michigan fan. Man, we're going to talk about this big battle today. It's going to be a bloodbath. I don't know. We started off the season talking about Jim Harbaugh being just an overrated coach, but man, he may have saved himself, and we'll talk a little bit about that also with Matthew Embury. But big game, so we're going to break down the Michigan Notre Dame game, of course, top 25 in college football, and then the bottom of the hour. Unfortunately, Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles and our official NFL contributor, is traveling to Buffalo, but he's going to take his wife there too and see Niagara Falls. So he's there for the Buffalo game. Of course, the Bills take on the Eagles. So he's not going to be able to join us since he's on the road. And Mo from the BS Sports Show is not going to be able to join us. But also, Tony D of the Tony Donahue got that backwards. Tony Donahue of the Tony D podcast will join us. We're going to break down all of Week 8 action in the NFL. My name is Tom Marquis, El Presidente. 917-889-8516 is our digit. Stick around. Up good.
Tonight, I just want to take you away. Throw your hands up in the sky. Let's set this party on fire.
Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Simba Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you can save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Sign up now at Movember.com.
All right, and welcome back to the Balance. This time to kick things off, my name is Tom Marcos, El Presidente. Thank you so much for joining us. As I mentioned in my monologue there, our opening monologue there, that this kicks off our No Shave November campaign. Remember, whatever you grow raises money for the bro. Matthew Embury, WSBT up in South Bend, our official IndyCar contributor, but also talking some college football as WSBT is the flagship station of Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Big game today as we titled our show, What Happens When an Irishman Meets a Wolverine? But first of all, Matthew, are you going to join us in the No Shave November campaign this year? Throw your razors away for 30 days, bro.
Too scratchy, and I don't need to look like a Sasquatch.
Hey, it's all for a good cause. My I do this every year. My granddaughter always says, "You look like Santa Claus." little does she know that maybe I am Santa Claus. We've never been seen together in the same place. Matthew, speaking of hairy men or whatever, if you will, Notre Dame Fighting Irish takes on the Michigan Wolverines today. Big game. Before we get to that, though, let's talk a little bit about IndyCar funny season. Just a little bit of news on that. What do we got?
Well, a couple things. One in IndyCar, one in IMSA. It looks like Corvette Racing is going to say sayonara to a second driver. We're hearing rumors about another driver being brought in, and I think, unfortunately, we saw Jan Magnussen step down. I'm also having a feeling that Oliver Gavin, who's been with this team since 2003, is the next guy to go, and probably making room and trying to replenish roster. And I can understand where Doug Feehan is trying for answers here, because, I mean, this is a team that has not won a race since April of 2018 in Long Beach. So I think another young gun, possibly another young American, could be joining the team. Of course, the big rumor is that Jordan Taylor is going to replace Jan Magnussen. The second driver, though, I don't know if they're going to move up Mike Rockenfeller to one of the main seats or maybe Marcel Fessler, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens as they bring in a brand-new car, but also hopefully a new image back to the winning ways for Corvette. Now, as for IndyCar, McLaren still has not announced their driver for next season, but I think right now the guy that's the leader right now is Pato O'Ward, the young gun from Mexico, former Indy Lights champion. Lost his deal with Red Bull as far as their junior development program after just a few months after joining. And I think he wants to find a full-time ride somewhere. And McLaren, no Connor Daly, no Colton Herta. So I think the next best option for them may be Pato O'Ward.
Well, we'll certainly be monitoring that and watching what happens. I mean, they call it the funny season for a reason, because you never know what's going to happen, so we'll keep our eyes on that. But we know what's going to happen today, or tonight, I should say, at 7:30, is the Notre Dame Fighting Irish against the Michigan Wolverines. You know, honestly, I'll follow on the sword here, Matthew. I didn't think at this time of the year I'd be talking about a Michigan 5-2 and a Notre Dame 5-1. This really, at the end of the day, they throw everything out. So put on your WSBT Notre Dame Fighting Irish hat and break down this big game tonight at the Big House.
Well, obviously the big thing that's going to be in play is the weather. There's going to be a 100% chance of showers throughout the game. It's going to be extremely windy, so the passing game is going to be tough. That could be a big problem for both Shea Harris and Ian Book. And it may come down to the running game, and that's why I think a 100% back to fully fit Jafar Armstrong is going to be a key in this ball game, because, I mean, you have a decent running back in Tony Jones Jr., but I think you have a much better one in Jafar Armstrong. And if he can get into that secondary, I think certainly could get some problems. But I think this is not going to be the high-scoring game we thought it was going to be coming in because of the inability and the difficulty to make passes today or tonight. I think we're probably talking maybe a 17-14 game as opposed to a 34-31 game I had earlier this week.
Let's talk about this breaking news that came out of South Bend yesterday. Notre Dame wide receiver Michael Young is expected to transfer. One, truth, I think that's true. And two, what kind of impact is that going to have on the team there?
Well, Michael Young's been a disappointment this year. He's been injured, and even when he got back into play, I don't know if the focus has been there, and I don't know necessarily if Coach Kelly and him and the rest of the staff have seen eye to eye on things. So maybe this is a good change for both of them right now to get rid of a guy that just doesn't seem to fit the flow right now. And you've got other options at that wide receiver position, and you have some coming in next year as well in the recruiting class. So I don't think this is as tragic a loss as some people are saying it's going to be. I think this is just a player that just doesn't mesh in well. And with this transfer protocol, that possibility of players ducking out, this is going to become more and more common as this continues on. So I don't think it's the doom and gloom scenario like some people are predicting it is.
Well, it may not be doom and gloom, but you got to – I think this is part ego in part what's going on with the team. As you mentioned, that Michael Young didn't mesh well with the team, and perhaps Coach Kelly decided that, hey, it's best to not start you. after, even though you were ready to play. Do you think that maybe that his ego, let's just put it out there because this is what people